Good morning, everybody. It is, I think, almost 5:15 here in the islands. We are out here at sunrise. I'm trying a different new location that I've never been to before, but I see it driving. It's just a little pull off over on the road on the main highway. But got some nice clouds in the sky. Gonna try and see if I can find a composition shooting towards the sun, but the subject is actually kind of away from the sun, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. But you know, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully my car doesn't get broken into. There's nothing in there anyways. But yeah, sunrise missions, good as always. Drop my filters. So right now I have the cameras pointed this direction towards where all like the real nice bright colorful clouds, but we're starting to get a little bit of color that way towards the mountain, which is originally why I pulled over. So I'm gonna just go over there, switch the camera's angle a little bit, still try and maintain some of that reflection so I get some nice foreground interest. But man, beautiful, beautiful morning. Okay, let's go. So I'm just gonna leave this camera on a time lapse because I don't really think that I need to panorama. Maybe I will in a little bit, but I just wanted to do a little bit of a talking bit to you guys. So I woke up this morning and I stayed in my bed for 10 minutes because I didn't know whether or not it was worth coming out. And you know, honestly, with high clouds, like how we've been having this past week, it's been hard to just find something else other than like seascapes to shoot. Because there's so much clouds, going into the mountains is always risky because you might just get socked out with a bunch of low clouds. So I wanted to try something a little bit different, not have to worry about wave action. And so the original thought was to go to Kualoa Beach, which is down there, and shoot just the islands. But then of course that would force me, I guess, my own personal restrictions in photography would force me into shooting crashing waves with this beautiful sky in the background. But as I was driving, I saw the clouds, not the high clouds, but some lower clouds over this one mountain range to my right, and decided I'll try something different. I'll go explore a different area and pull over. And yeah, we're just in a beautiful spot, and it ended up working out because now I'm not actually shooting crashing waves, I'm shooting reflections, which is nice. But it may or may not be exactly the same thing that I'm into with all the crashing wave shots and seascapes, but it's different. And sometimes when you are feeling burnt out in photography, it's because you're doing the same thing over and over again. For me, like this week, with beautiful high clouds, there really isn't much to shoot besides seascapes, in my opinion. So this is a nice change of scenery. sometimes in photography it can be super easy to put yourself into a box. In weeks like today, that doesn't make any sense. In weeks like this where all of the high clouds are in the sky, it's so easy for me to just be like, okay, I'm gonna pick a place that I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna capture the conditions the exact way that I've captured it before, because it's the easiest thing to do. But the danger in doing that is that it closes yourself off to opportunities. So as I was driving, I just had this end goal to go to one particular spot that I know that I can get a good photograph at. But that isn't really challenging myself because I've gotten that shot before. I was just looking for another iteration of that shot, maybe do something slightly different, but in the end, it's the exact same shot that I've shot before. So coming to this spot, seeing how the conditions are, and making a call to go to a different location. Sorry, somebody just sneezed. Making a decision to go to a different location and possibly not get a shot was a risk that I took, and a risk that you always have to take in landscape photography. It can be really scary to push yourself and get yourself out of that comfort zone, to try something different, to have new experiences, to explore different locations. But in order to get shots that are unique to yourself, to get shots that other people haven't seen before, to get shots that are different to you and are more personally meaningful to you, you have to challenge yourself to get outside your comfort zone, try different things, try new locations, and luckily today that worked out. A lot of times it doesn't, and you go to a spot and the conditions don't line up perfectly, and then you take the L for the day. But what you did gain from that experience is that you understand that location just a little bit more. You understand what tides to be there at. You understand what light it requires. And that's primarily what we're doing today, although there was a very surprisingly nice burn of high clouds that I just like frantically had to capture with reflections because that's the only thing that's here. But what I am learning is that the light needs to be clear over the horizon for the sun to actually come up in order to get a nice glow on those mountains. And this time of year it may not even be the right time to shoot those mountains, but right now we're just gonna wait a little bit longer, try and see if that light comes. I'm gonna try and frame up a more direct composition. But yeah, take the opportunities that you can get. Take the opportunities to explore new locations. Don't put yourself into a box, and don't play it safe all the time by going to the exact same spot you've been to 1,000 times just because you know it the best. Especially if you've gotten that shot before. Like, there's no point in going there if you have that shot in the bag. Unless you're gonna get a different shot in mind, but try different things. So I just snapped a few frames with the telephoto as well as with my regular camera of the light hitting the mountain in the back. That's kind of like the shot I had in mind, but with a little bit more color, so maybe I have to come back next time the conditions look like this so I get more cloud cover over the mountains. When we were driving, there was a big column of clouds right above the mountains over there. My goodness, I can't speak today, really. Can't speak any day. Anyways, there was a big column of clouds, so I was like, okay, once the sun comes up, once that light hits it, boom, red, beautiful pink colored clouds, beautiful golden light. Right now it's nice. There's definitely some really harsh golden light on there, but it's not that soft orangey light that you get right at sunrise. So we'll come back next time, maybe come back during the winter time when the light is more direct on it. But you know what is funny? Let's turn the camera. There's my buddy Ed over there. Ooh, swag with the sunglasses. But hang on, let me come on that side. So It's so funny because one of the sunsets that we shot last week, I shot at Spitting Caves, but I didn't film a vlog of it because I had previously filmed Spitting Caves and Milky Way vlog that you guys probably saw before this. But so it was just kind of like a spontaneous photo shoot just for myself. So I just went by myself thinking, oh, there's not going to be any photographers, there's not going to be anybody around to, you know, hang out with. So just went there by myself. But this guy, Ed, shows up with his buddy Marv, and we're like, oh, it's super spontaneous, yeah, last minute kind of thing. So we shot sunset. It was a nice sunset. But out of all the places to shoot for sunrise, like at freaking 5 o'clock in the morning, it's past 6 now, but like at 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I drive up to this spot, I start setting up my composition, and here he comes walking down the little field that separates the road and the beach, and he's like, no way. But what are the chances, right? The exact same spot to go to out of all the spots to go to early in the morning. You would think that I would at least have it to myself, but no. Ed, not the other Ed that you guys have seen in the earlier vlogs, but this is Flo Ed. Out of all the people to spontaneously show up here, it would be him, because he's like the master of spontaneously showing up to spaces that I'm at. So nice to see him. Hope he got some killer shots. But yeah, just so funny, so funny. All shooting here. Can you just imagine what it would be like if I brought this cloth backpack into the mud? Like how muddy it would actually get. Like that's crazy to think about. Good thing that there's good thing that there's places on the beach that are not muddy sand to put it down at. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm like dragging my tripod to try and get off as much of the mud as possible, and I'm hoping that just walking through this grass, it'll help get rid of the mud on my feet. Ugh, this sucks. The car seems so far away. Where did Ed go? That's Ed's car. I wonder where he went. It's dirty anyways. I don't think that walking through the grass really helped to just put like more grass onto my already muddy feet. The light's kind of fading, so just gonna try and find a bathroom on the way back. But I don't know where Ed went. But I'm sure he's fine. Sorry, Ed, if you're watching this. Forgot to say goodbye, because I don't know, you went exploring or something. But yeah, light's starting to fade, so I'm probably not gonna drone. Maybe if there's something on the way back home, then I'll drone. Maybe not. I've been using the drone less and less. I need to make a video on that. But it's hot right now. It's so hot. But yeah, that's about it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Comment, leave a comment. Subscribe if you aren't already. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Moral of the story today is get outside your comfort zone. If you're a photographer, or if you're an adventurer or tourist, traveler, whatever, sometimes you can get caught up in doing the same thing over and over again just because it's comfortable. getting yourself out into the outdoors by doing the same, going to the same place, doing the same activity. Yeah, that can be fun and enjoyable, but there are times where you need to try something different, explore a new place, do a different activity, do a different type of photography if you're a photographer. So I just like completely threw out my seascapes, although this is a little bit of seascapes. I mean, it's reflections, but yeah, it's a different type of seascape within a already different type of landscape photography, which is seascapes. Anyways, I'm just rambling in circles. But yeah, get outside your comfort zone, try something different. Who knows, you may find something that you really like to do and conditions might work out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment below. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and if you aren't already. But yeah, until next time, where's my lens cap at? Do I have my lens cap in here? I do. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Shoots!